Peace and Islam. Welcome unto the Amexem-Moor-Empire, Department for the Communications, Moore's Internet Televideo-Network, or M.I.T.N for short. It is a part of the Imperial Broadcasting Agency. Today's date for the record is Peace Day, 18th of Karusama, the year 301, 629 on the Amexem-Moor calendar. I am the Noble Tinawad Il, and I serve as the lead video broadcast agent. I shall be your hostess for this video broadcasting segment. We are continuing with the Amexem-Moor perspective. This is segment 8, and it's titled The Introduction of Grand Sheikh Noble Drew Bey of Temple 4 of the MSD of A. It is my joy to introduce to our segment Noble Drew Bey. Islam.
Islam. How you doing, Nobatina?
Peace and Islam. Truly, truly well. Gratitude for asking. And I trust all is well with you and the family. Islam.
Yeah, all is well. I'm glad to be here. Glad to get it in with you tonight.
Islam. All right. So we're going to get into the questions. So, question A. You became an Amexem-Moor-Empire national about 11 Earth years ago. You were away for a while. Was that on a journey towards maturity? Islam.
Yes, it was a journey on towards maturity. I love how you said that. Mostly it was a journey towards spirituality and me trying to find myself. Me taking off the training wheels and the things that I learned going out to apply. So yes, it was a maturing journey.
Islam. Part B. So you decided to return as an Amexem-Moor-Empire national. What led to that decision, and why did you choose to do so? Islam.
Well, when I left to go on my journey, um, I was the training operations manager GIA. And I learned a lot being a part of the Amexem-Moor-Empire jurisdiction of venue. So um, when I started learning from other different schools of thought, I started to learn that the words that they were giving, the knowledge that they was giving, is totally different from the things that I was learning being a part of the Amexem-Moor-Empire jurisdiction and venue. Not just that, I also learned that um, you're limited into how you operate in your public and private capacity. I learned that um, when you're part of other demonstrations, they really don't want you to be a part of nothing else. In fact, they shun if you do want to step outside their school of thought. Within our Amexem-Moor Empire jurisdiction and venue, it's not like that. Within the Amexem-Moor Empire jurisdiction and venue, we have many different schools of thought. Seven-day evangelists, Israelites, um, Muslims, it goes on, etc. And we all work together and with a collective mindset, which is true collective sovereignty at its finest. Not limiting how you operate in your private capacity, giving you the ability and the freedom to have the relationship that you choose to have with your God without being encumbered or without somebody talking about you or mistreating you because so yeah, that's why I can't.
Islam. Yes, you may continue.
Um, what else I learned is when you operating in your international customs, you get a chance to see what real unity looks like. when you're building on both sides of the ocean, and those that's on the other side of the ocean move just like you on this side of the ocean, it's very different. You get a chance to see what it looks like when um, those that operate in different continents are operating under one flag, and there's no arguing amongst one another. That right there is just beautiful all within inside of itself. Something that I feel like you really can't get from other demonstrations. And the track record of the Amexem-Moor-Empire doing this for 25 years is just awesome to me. And we only growing, we're only getting better as time goes, as opposed to being uh, a part of other schools of thought, right? And them telling you all the things that you can't do, as opposed to the things that you can do in your solving capacity, right? And it advanced my knowledge being a grand sheep, right? And still being respectful of what Noble Drew Ali brung, right? Still being honoring our ancestors and our forefathers, not forgetting where I come from, right? So I can still be a part of where I come from, still have room to grow, still have room to elevate, still have room to expand, still have room to have my own business, right? Within inside of our jurisdiction and venue, but also still be a grand sheep and still have a business even as a grand sheep, right? It's not about the what, but it's always about the how. And how not to learning how both of those complement one another as opposed to seeing it in opposition or hostile to one another.
Islam.
Uh,
And part C, what was the process of your return like, and how were you treated throughout the whole process? Islam.
well thought out. Uh, you could tell is very orderly, professional. Um, if you leave on nonsense and bullcrap, just might not be able to come back. But if you walk away or you leave and it's growth and you didn't leave in bad faith, right? Because everything is on good faith and bad faith here. And you just didn't leave in bad faith. No, you always have a door open. It's always love, and they gonna be here. They ain't going nowhere. They showed that not just myself, but to other folks that tried to test the integrity of the Amexem-Moor-Empire, and we see that they hold it down for us. Islam.
So, question D. I am an active member in the temple I attend. I was surprised to learn that you are also a member of the MSTFA also. So in fact, you are the Grand Sheikh of your temple. You have been an Amexem-Moor national much longer than I have been. So, and you are the Grand Sheikh. So I have never experienced any conflicts in being both an Amexem-Moor-Empire national, as well as being faithfully able to attend my temple meetings and my obligations. Have you?
Never have. In fact, it was encouraged. Right? So it was encouraged that we don't keep our mental and soul growth. It was encouraged that we learn as much as we can before we come here and Think we're gonna bring the same mentality from the streets to the Amexem-Moor-Empire, or thinking that you're gonna come in with the dirty Moor mentality? Think you're gonna come in with the charging of paperwork and misleading of the paperwork? Uh, example how to have none of that is allowed here, but I see it so much amongst the community of the temple. Uh, it's not a knock. It's not me hating because again, I am a grand sheik myself, right? So I fully understand everything that Noble Drew Ali brung. But if I was to honestly say that if he was to be here today, um, he would be extremely happy and full of joy from what the Amexem-Moor Empire had did in 25 years, as opposed to what Kith and Kindred within the temple have done within 100 years. And so, with that, I have to give big ups to. It's not about being stagnated. It's about moving forward. It's about getting the work done. Within our Amexem-Moor-Empire jurisdiction and venue, we get the work done here. I'm not saying that other temples don't get the work done. They do beautiful work. However, we need one collective, one body. We need one movement under one flag. And I see it happening within our Amexem-Moor-Empire jurisdiction and venue. Um, that's what I could say about that.
As a follow-up to that, uh, the fact that we're both are temple members as well as Amexem-Moor nationals, do our, I can only speak for myself, but from your perspective, does your duties and obligation from the Amexem-Moor-Empire clash at all with your duties and obligation for the temple, Islam?
Not at all. Not at all. As a matter of fact, what I really love about them, Robertina, is that they said they'll work their schedule around your private affairs. Around your spiritual or religious preference, right? The only thing that we ask is 15 minutes of your time. 15 minutes of your time to just put a little bit in to study. Then when you prepare, we have our doors open for you. However, no, anything that I done, it never collided. They was always respectful of what I did in my private matter. Long as it doesn't um, be in opposition of the mixed one constitution, should I say. Uh, in the temple, the divine constitution and bylaws does not um, fall in opposition with the Amexem-Moor-Empire constitution. In fact, it complement one another if they was to give it Islam.
Islam. Gratitude. And question E, what does being an Amexem-Moor-Empire national and an MST of a Grand Sheik do for you? And what does any of this mean to you personally, Islam?
Give me the opportunity to speak to my brothers and sisters that is a part of the temple, grand sheiks and grand sheikas, those that have positions a part of the temple. It gives me the ability to meet them where they at, right? And still build on that level. And then also with the Amexem-Moor-Empire, I could build on an organic level, building an international law. Words are the companion to an empire. And learning, going through my training. The training is very important, if you ask me. So training is what stuck out because, you know, in a lot of temples, you don't get training. You know, you get the Circle 7, then you get the one-on-ones, and, you know, you're not on your own, but you're kind of a little bit on your own when it comes down to law and stuff like that. However, with the Amexem-Moor-Empire, they make sure every national get trained, make sure every national, you know, comprehend the words that's coming out of their mouth and comprehend how the words are compatible to the Amexem-Moor-Empire Constitution, right? And how the words are connected to the orientation package, should I say, when you're amalgamating to the empire. So they don't leave you hanging. Everything complements one another if you're just serious about your study. Yeah.
Islam. That is true.
Mm.
Islam. Do you have any last thoughts, comments, anything you want to share before we close out? Islam.
You would think in your mind that it's something that the Amexem-Moor-Empire missing. You'll think that you can find a major crack. So, they are serious about what they do. We proceed in a way that that's very respectful. We study a multitude of things. And if you want to learn how to operate and do things off grid, outside the confinements of the franchise, and you want to build with some folks who are operational on both sides of the ocean and that's making real connections and that cares about training you before throwing you to the wolves, I suggest you give the Amexem-Moor-Empire a shot. The things that I have done, being a part of the Amexem-Moor-Empire, the things that I've heard, the things that I have witnessed, folks wish they could have these type of stories. Folks wish that they could have done these type of things that we have done over here and the things that we have seen. And before I finish, the Emperor ain't hiding from nobody. He ain't running. So you could get online, conference call, or certain links that we could have for you to ask them certain questions yourself. You could get it from the horse's mouth. You don't have to get it from me, you know, Tina, Nobatina. You don't have to get it from other Amexem-Moor nationals. If you have questions, he's not hiding. He's here. I suggest, you know, if you're intelligent, come ask him or come ask me. We're here to help you out, not leave you in the dark. And you're welcome here. With that, I said Islam, Islam, Islam. Thank you.
Islamism. And gratitude, Your Honor, on behalf of the Moors Internet Televideo Network, all of our audience, myself included, and all of us. Thank you for answering my questions. Islam.
Islam.
Islam. To our audience, more information about the Amexem-Moor-Empire National Imperial Government operations, contact is available through our website that we influence. That website is modernmoormonarchy.squarespace.com. That website, once again, is modernmoormonarchy.squarespace.com. Do show us some love. Leave a positive comment or a feedback. We do appreciate it. I appreciate it. We all win as nationals. So you're encouraged to share this link for this segment with all who you associate with. And until next time, on behalf of His Imperial Majesty and all of my fellow Amexem-Moor-Empire nationals all across the planet, peace, great health, prosperity upon all of you and upon all of us. Islam.